This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Hey, LowcoSports fans, welcome to another edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown, Monday night edition, catching up from the weekend and getting into a pretty heavy slate on Monday night, especially on the baseball diamond. Had quite a few big games out there. I was out there to see Hilton Head Prep retain the title. They haven't retained it yet, but they haven't been beaten by the challenger either. Hilton Head Christian 8-5 tonight. Good game. I got a few highlights. We'll talk about it a little bit later. You were out there to see May River flex a little bit against Hilton Head. Really great outing from Willie Korn again. Joseph Schroeder with the 2-run bomb. I saw you got that on video, so we'll check that out. Also got some highlights from May River, another win. Anna Caraballo, another big night. So we'll check those a little later on. But some headlines first. Poona Ford has a new home. The Hilton Head High, your classmate, Wes, signing a 1-year deal with the Chargers, which, I can't be happy about as a Chiefs fan. Nick Pringle, Alabama, number 4 seed in the West. They'll face Charleston. So a little Lowco-on-Lowco battle there. Round. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Probably when Max gets on, we can talk about all this stuff. But the man of the hour, he's been the good luck charm since he started riding with us. Coach Maurice Crowder. I always want to say Crawford. Maurice Crowder from USC Salk is joining us now once again because Salk did it. The Salkahatchee Stunner. They pulled it off. The number 7 seed goes into the region tournament. Goes 1, 2, 3. Took down the number 2 seed first. Then you got the 6 seed, and then you took out the number 1 seed Caldwell. Second time you beat them in a short span. As we noted on Friday, you were playing with house money, and as we noted right before the show started, you're gonna let it ride, baby. Oh, we're not picking up your audio, Coach. We're not picking up your audio, Coach. It may be connected to your headphones. I saw you had headphones in a while ago. I don't know. Your microphone settings got switched somehow. Not sure what happened. If you go to your settings at the bottom there and audio, somehow your mic got switched to a different microphone. Not sure what happened. I'll pop you out real quick. We'll chat for a minute amongst ourselves, and you can give me the thumbs up when you get it figured out.
Yeah, what an accomplishment. Yeah,
outstanding stuff. And while we're waiting on Coach, I'll go ahead and get the highlights pulled up. But we talked a little bit about it last week going into Friday night. I guess they still had the championship game left to play, and they were in control of that thing, man. And we're going to get Coach on here momentarily to talk to us about it. And while I'm getting the highlights pulled up,
I was sweating when you told me I was over at USCB and you said they were up 8 down the stretch, a couple minutes to go, and I was sweating because we saw it happened in that semifinal when they were up 28 and they barely held on in that ball game.
It wasn't like that at all this time around. But let's check on. Coach popped out. He's going to pop back in and hopefully get his audio sorted out.
Because it kind of can get to you when you let a big lead slip away, but just great to see the response and being able to finish off, making the free throws and just playing smart basketball down the stretch. That's what you got to do in March.
And absolutely. And I thought they refocused well after almost letting one slide away. But let's see if Coach is back up and running here. We got you, Coach.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now. Not sure what happened there. Switch mics on you, but no, I was setting you up for a great line there. We said you were playing with house money going into Saturday, and now you're ready to let it all ride out in Hutchinson, and you had a great line, so I'll let you deliver it.
Listen, man, bet on Salk. I think we just came out. We played extremely hard. The odds are against us, the underdogs, as we know. But I would tell everybody out there, please bet on Salk. Bet on Salk. All the house money on Salk.
Yeah, man. So take us through this championship game. You guys were pretty much in command from the outset, and just kind of. I mean, obviously it was back and forth, but never felt like you weren't in this game. You were in control of it pretty much from the get go.
Yeah, as I stated to you guys on the last show, it was about us controlling the tempo. I told you guys getting the ball to Justin Baxter early. He had some great, scores on the inside. Unfortunately, he got hurt, midway game, but we was able to, Reese Grocott got in. He gave us some good minutes. Grayson Kirk just took over the game. I mean, very proud of that young man. He put the ball in his hands, and he just drove us all the way home. So we shot the ball extremely well. Jay Chisholm, once again, had a great game. Collectively, we just controlled the tempo all game. Defensively, we got the stops that we was looking for. We knew that was going to come back, make a little run, but the guys kept the poise, and, man, we just kept playing hard throughout the game.
Coach, huge accomplishment for yourself and this program and this community. So just congratulations on a job well done and a stunner as you guys win the district title. But, tell me about those last few minutes. You mentioned earlier, but, just after what happened a game ago and you guys just continue to claw and keep that lead intact in that final game. So just tell me how proud you are of how the guys responded and closed it out in the championship.
Extremely proud. What you guys don't see, leaders like Darcy Perez on the sideline, keeping them motivated. Hey, let's keep playing. Let's get 3 stops. Let's get a kill. Just keeping those guys motivated throughout the game. Hearing some of the other guys on the bench, just, encourage them on. Every defense possession, the guys are chatting defense. Every media timeout, we talking about, hey, let's finish this thing. Let's keep playing hard. So just extremely proud of how those guys, being all freshmen, once again, just having that pause and having that swagger about themselves, saying, hey, we're about to get it done. We're about to win this. So, like, in 2 minutes left in the game, I'm like, man, this is really about to happen. USC Salk is really about to win a conference championship.
Let's go, baby. It's just an incredible thing. And to put it into context, maybe for people who haven't followed this story or didn't tune in last week when you were with us, this is a program that they discontinued a year ago, gave Coach Lynch a year to go recruit and build the foundation back up. And you guys came in with all freshmen, the majority of them from overseas. You talk about a fish out of water story coming into Walterboro, South Carolina, and just kind of this ragtag crew of mercusers. And so kind of take us through just the and coach showing some love for Coach Crowder. But kind of just take us through the roller coaster of this season. I mean, you got all these guys from outside of the country all come together, all these different cultures. Like, it had to take a little while to kind of gel together and figure things out. And obviously, it seems like you guys are peaking at the right time. But just kind of take us through what this experience has been like this year.
I would say Coach Matt Lentz is a genius, trying different things at practice, putting the internationals together against the Americans, mixing it up, vice versa, until we just kind of find that perfect mix. I'm from Louisiana, so I call it gumbo. We just throwing everything in there, you know what I mean? So we find that
little okra.
Mix, right? And so, like, Coach Lynch just kept throwing everything in there. And finally, we have the roux that we want. And I feel like, it's a good roux. And, I mean, if you guys haven't had a taste of it, it's time to get a taste of it.
Yeah.
You got a good roux. You can go a lot of good ways from there.
And this state of South Carolina and the country is about to get a taste of it because you're keeping that underdog mentality headed into this NJ Junior College Division I men's basketball tournament, the NJCAA Championship. Wow. And it all gets started March 25th for you guys facing off the host, Hutchinson. So, continuing to play with house money. How excited are you for the opportunity that is in front of you in that first round matchup?
Hey, very excited. Once again, we're going to go in with the same mentality. We the underdogs. We don't supposed to be here. So we're going to take on that. We're going to have the same pride. We're going to stay humble, and we're just going to continue to play Salk basketball. As Coach Lynch been saying, we undefeated in March, and I wouldn't want to play Salk. He's been saying that since day one. Like, I wouldn't want to play Salk. And so we keep it that same mentality. And so the good thing for us, we're undefeated in March, and we just want to keep that going.
That's right. The madness is upon us. So if you can just keep it rolling through March, you'll be just fine. Now, Hutchinson, that's kind of my old stomping grounds. Not close to where I grew up, but pretty close. I mean, I was down in Southeast Kansas. We used to go out to McPherson every year for state math. The Cosmosphere is out there. That's pretty cool. astronaut museum type place. So it was cool when I was a kid. That's been a good little while. I can't speak to it now, but I do have a friend out in Hutchinson, so I may have to hook you guys up with a tour guide while you're there. But what do you know about the Dragons of Hutchinson? Have you started scouting them yet?
We haven't really got into detail. We gave the guys off today, and we're going to get at it hard. Practice is going to be good tomorrow. I know it's going to be a lot of adrenaline rolling in there. The guys are pumped up. They're excited. We had to watch, the selection show the other night. And so the guys was very pumped up about that. So we just excited to be here, guys. Like, we're extremely excited. Yeah. And, we're just going to come out and compete and, try to give ESPN a taste of Salk as well.
Yeah, all the games will be streamed live on ESPN Plus. Right. So catch them there as we get into this tournament. But just take me through those real moments of winning the championship and then being a part of the watching the selection show with your team. I mean, it's got to be an unbelievable just feeling for you guys. Just take me through the celebration, the excitement over these last few days, and just the camaraderie and the experience with your team being a part of this.
So one big thing that we had getting back, we had some faculty and staff, administrators, they had a little get together for us. We pull up on the bus, everybody screaming, that was exciting. Just saying, hey, welcome back. We happy for you guys. And, coming over into yesterday, going into the locker room and coach, hooking up, the TV and, we sitting down and getting ready and we hearing the numbers go by. Everybody's anxious, like, okay, what number are we? Okay, they just did 21. They just did 20. What number are we? Okay, they did 23. They did 24. And, we was the last ones. And we like, okay, all right, here we go. And everybody clapping and excited. Like, we were just happy to be in, And so being number 22, 24, 15, 1, it's whatever, I mean, we just happy to be here.
Hey, you're dancing. That's the goal.
Got an invitation to the dance, baby.
Right.
There's your region champs.
That's it.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff from all over the globe. How many different countries we got represented on this roster?
I want to say 4. So we got Costa Rica, we got Australia, we got the UK. So we just got a mixture, a whole bunch of guys on here. We got Germany, so a mixture of 4. So we all a united team. So
plus a couple Americans as well, right?
That's right. We got 5 Americans. That's right.
5 nations represented.
That's right.
On the Salkahatchee basketball team. That's a cool thing, man. But I guess just I don't even know where to go with this, but the magnitude of it, like. Yeah. Has it really sunk in? I mean, like, can you really sum up what? Like, you never in your wildest dreams, when Coach Lynch called you and said, hey, man, come to Walterboro, South Carolina with me. We're gonna restart this basketball program. I think we can get some diamonds in the rough from overseas and just give it a go. Like, never did you think you're going to Hutchinson, Kansas?
Absolutely not, man. When I talked to Coach Lynch, late July and all through August before my arrival, if he would have told me, hey, look, man, you're going to come to Salk, we're going to win a few games. We're going to go to the conference tournament. We're going to win it. I'd have been like, the first year, Coach, I don't know. So, man, it's almost like I'm still dreaming,
It's got to be,
every day, just trying to say, man, we really have done it. Like, first year, no team last year. Like, it's very exciting. Like, I can't express my emotions right now.
Love it, man.
And to accomplish what you did, you got to have a great family atmosphere and guys that love each other and love to play for each other. Just take me through inside the locker room, the culture that you've developed here.
Listen, these guys love each other so much. They come into class together. They leave in class together. They walking back to their dorm together. They talking about what they're going to eat together. Everything that we do is togetherness. We just one unit. Salk, is very small, but we are big. We do everything big. We don't look at it like it's just Salk. We look at it like it's UNC or, University of South Carolina, Columbia. That's how Coach Lynch has built the culture with this school here. I mean, we do everything first class. So in the show, we work hard first class, we eat first class, we sleep first class, we play together first class. So everything about Salk is first class.
Yeah, man. Well, you've been a first class guest,
Yeah, man.
running guest now, and hopefully you guys can keep it rolling in Kansas, and we can get you on a few more times. But best wishes to the fellas, and definitely it's been fun to ride along with you guys during this tournament run, and we can't wait to see you out there in Kansas.
Listen, man, bet the house money on Salk, man. We coming.
Yeah, baby, I love it. Take care, Coach Crowder. We appreciate you.
All right, man.
Hey, who said basketball season was over in the Loco?
Right? I think we mistakenly said that at some point. Yeah. And Salk is absolutely proving us wrong right now. Those guys are rolling. Those guys are fun, man. I wish I had gotten to a game.
Yeah, but just an incredible story. I mean, all the international talent coming together. This ragtag kind of situation where this coach is coming in and getting the best out of this group of guys, and everything coming together after a year where this program was on life support, and now it's just won a conference tournament. I mean, it just has an incredible script. It feels like this is something that Disney can pick up on and deliver a classic kind of sports movie out of. I mean, it's just.
I told Coach Crowder I'm down for a documentary when this is all done. When the dust settles, come out to Walterboro and we'll film a documentary. But here's the guys up close and personal who made it happen. Isaac Cubero out of Costa Rica, Leroy Ikajeku from Germany, Navarta Higgins, that was the newcomer of the year in the region out of Australia. He's a phenomenal player. Grayson Kirk, he's out of Lancaster, South Carolina. That was the guy who took over in the championship game. They got Mackay Rivers out of Charleston, Tyler O'Neill out of Australia, Declan Combe out of Sheffield, England, Finley Batchelor out of Australia. That guy can shoot the lights out. Reese Grocott out of England. Kai Alberto out of Australia, Darcy Paris out of Australia, Jay Chisholm from Somerville, Justin Baxter from Bamberg, that's the big man inside, and Jaden Cancella out of Virginia Beach. So pretty cool thing that they brought together there at Salk.
And Matt Lynch being, I believe, the first openly gay coach in college basketball.
Yeah. Just layers and layers to that story. Yeah, it's really cool. But I hope they can keep it rolling, man, against the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson. But checking out the scores from tonight, we'll get into that momentarily. Actually, let me shout out some sponsors first. The MVP sponsors of LowcoSports make this all possible, and it starts with my wife, Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports, and the one who gives us the green light. She's with the Anchor Home Group of Keller Williams of the Lowcountry, and she would love to help you find your place in the Loco and put down an anchor in the best place. Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports. Homegrown Home Inspections, the official home inspectors of LowcoSports. Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the business, and they will make sure that you're making a great investment in the real estate market by checking over that home from top to bottom. And if you're building a new home, you need that phased inspection from Homegrown Home Inspections. Mickelson Law Firm is the official real estate closing attorney of LowcoSports and our original sponsor since 2017. Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickle Squad have been supporting us, and they're our presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. And Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, the official hospice provider of LowcoSports. I saw they were just named the Golden Oyster Awards winner for the best nonprofit. So congratulations to Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, the only not-for-profit hospice care in Southern Beaufort County. At Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. And Wes, you were out checking out some baseball tonight. We'll wait and see if our buddy Max pops in so we can talk some more baseball with him.
But another potential guest that is should be.
Yeah, we're looking for another guest. Yeah, shortly. But you were out at baseball tonight and saw May River take down Hilton Head. And actually, speak of the devil, there is our guest. So we now will welcome in Hilton Head girls soccer coach Kyle Newcomb. What's going on, Nuke?
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me on.
Doing all right, man. I didn't realize that you had taken over there until the other night, but you were with the Bluffton boys last year, right? And I thought you did a solid job over there, but obviously they got a chance to bring Fox home. So that puts you looking for another landing spot. And you've got off to a great start in with your new squad. Very young team and really young contributors the other night in a big win against Bluffton. So tell us a little bit about this Seahawk team and what you're enjoying about coaching over there.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's pretty early on, but it's been a great time so far. I mean, like you said, I was at Bluffton coaching the boys the last 2 years. And had pretty successful seasons over there. Made playoffs both years. But coming over to the girls, I actually had the opportunity to teach at the high school at Hilton Head. And they were looking for someone to kind of fill that gap of their previous coach resigning. And they were also looking for someone who was also teaching in the school as well. So it kind of fit perfectly. But yeah, like you said, we are very, very young. I believe this season we only have about 7 seniors. And we have 4 freshmen. Every single one of them are contributing. Probably like you guys saw against that Bluffton team on Friday, with a goal from about like 40 yards out, I believe it was. And we have as well on our JV squad, we have a group of probably about 8 8th graders who are all incredible soccer players as well. So the future is definitely bright for Hilton Head girls soccer.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of going over there and watch some of that game, and really impressed with what I saw. You guys really found a way to get it going in the second half and pick up the W over a really strong Bluffton team that obviously they played the night before, but you guys were terrific on the back line and just controlled the game in that second half, and you're rewarded with a pair of goals. So just tell me about how this team found a way against a tough rival and got the 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those rivalry games are always very tough, very emotional. But I mean, as you guys can probably see, having an outstanding goalkeeper in Lawton Crow, she was unbelievable on the night, especially in the first half. Personally, I felt that we weren't the best in the first half. We were pretty poor, honestly. A lot of our communication and intensity wasn't at the level that we were looking to be at. But we were able to regroup in the second half and come together at halftime and kind of psych ourselves up and really get us prepared and ready to go for that second half. And yeah, they definitely came out swinging in the second and kind of controlled things and were able to find 2 goals to get the win.
That's definitely an underrated benefit to a good keeper. They can mask a slow-footed start, from the rest of the field. They can stop a couple shots and kind of keep you in it until you wake up a little bit. But man, you can't get caught napping in this region. I mean, everybody is tough. Obviously Colleton is kind of a tier below. But everybody else, I mean, you got to show up every night. So I guess give us a little glimpse into what it's like just staying prepared for 2, top flight opponents every week. You've really got to be on top of it, and you got to have some depth because you're going to have some people banged up from time to time, and you can't hide anybody out there against most of these teams.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's probably been this way. This is only my 3rd year coaching in high school in the Lowcountry, but it's from what I can kind of piece together, it's been this way for years and years, where this 4A Region 7 is always stacked and it is always a very, very tough region to play in. We only get 4 playoff spots, and it could easily have 5 playoff teams in there every single year. I know James Island and Lucy Beckham are always really tough. Right. They're always, and normally that's the lower state final matchup every single year. So having those 2 teams kind of, set the pace and having to keep up with them, it will definitely make you a better team. Makes me a better coach and makes all the girls better players as well. So having teams like that can kind of set the standard. We have to kind of hold ourselves to that. But yeah, it just makes us better. And honestly, it's great soccer for Lowcountry and for the fans in the Lowcountry to be able to come out and just watch incredible soccer every Tuesday and Friday. It is really, really good to have down here.
And that's what we've been harping on for the last few seasons of Lowco FC, which we are hoping to bring back soon with Misia Garzon and coach the Mayor Sharks boys team. But I mean, it's incredible how stacked it is and how difficult, depth-wise it is, because you have 5 really strong teams that are competing for 4 playoff spots, and it just makes those games that much more intense, and every win so valuable when you're able to get them. So It's definitely a tough situation for a team that you have to build up with a lot of young players, but they have rose to the challenge. That's a huge win you got on Friday. Now you're back at it Tuesday at home against Lucy Beckham. So have you done some scouting on the Bengals, and what do you expect to see coming out from your opponent on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit. I was able to watch some film from Hilton Head's game against them last year up at Lucy Beckham, which I know they only lost actually 1-0, I believe. Lucy Beckham every single year is always a very, very good team. They're very athletic, very, very fast in the midfield and in the attack, very quick, and are able to kind of counter you and put home goals left, right, and center. So they are very, very tough to come up against. I feel as though we're in a really good spot to go ahead and face this Lucy Beckham team right now. I think it's honestly perfect timing for us. As you can see, if we are able to get that win, it kind of sets us up to go and see if we can fight for that region title right alongside Lucy Beckham. So it'll definitely be a really, really tough game. I think having it at home, the first matchup with them, will help us a lot as well. The fans and the crowd behind us and behind that bench there at Hilton Head Island High School is always incredible. Having all those cowbells there, it really helps the girls, kind of pushes them as well. So I honestly think it's perfect timing for us right now. Last week we were able to get 3 wins out of 3 games, finishing up with a big win against Bluffton on Friday, which, like I said, those rivalry games are always massive, but the fact that it's also a region game as well and counts towards that playoff seeding makes it even bigger. So it definitely kind of set the mood and set the tone. And, even practice earlier today, the girls were fired up and ready to go.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, should be the right time. As you said, you got the momentum right now. You're feeling good going into it, and you've got them at home. So if ever there was a time, this should be the time. But tell us about some of the leaders on your team. I know Andrea Tapia has been there for a long time and is kind of the glue. But speak a little bit to her and some of the other the leadership that's gotten you guys to this point.
Yeah, definitely. So Andrea's been incredible. Senior on the team, captain on the team as well. Unfortunately has been dealing with some injuries. I'm hoping to get her back as soon as possible. Picked up an injury against Bluffton on Friday there, but we'll kind of wait that one out and see how she feels for tomorrow. But she's been a great leader, a great captain for the girls. We also have Annie Kluel as well, a senior and a captain, been with the program for her full high school career there. And then we also have Mia as well, Mia Castaldia, one of the captains as well. So those 3 have done a really, really incredible job kind of leading the younger group that we have there. We have a lot of freshmen and sophomores in the team, kind of just helping them through practice, helping them through games, making sure that academics are good and in the right place and all of that stuff. So those 3 have done an incredible job. But honestly, it's been kind of a collective work from everybody. Even the freshmen, they're holding their own and kind of holding everyone accountable, making sure that everyone does what they should be doing and everyone does what they need to do to go out and compete and win those games.
You mentioned the freshmen, it was electric, including the big goal scorer Charlene Mosquera with the 40-yard strike, an absolute beauty of the goal, and then Piper Baxter, the sophomore, scored the second off the corner. So speak to the youth of this team and how they've risen to the challenge and stepped up, especially, some of those guys we mentioned, but also, some others on defense and attacking.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's really, really tough when you're, that young playing against a lot of teams that have a lot of, seniors and juniors on it. You don't necessarily have the same experience level as a freshman or even a sophomore as you would as a senior, of course. So it can be really, really difficult, but they've definitely stepped up to the plate and stepped up to that kind of task. And honestly, I've taken that with stride. And I mean, as we all know, the Tormenta Club down here is massive. It helps out the girls a ton. Charlene and we have another freshman, Hayla, they both went over to Texas with Tormenta with their nationals and actually won that tournament. So having them compete at a very high level in club, it has helped them immensely to become incredible soccer players, but it's just going to help us as a high school team even more, especially when they get older.
It helps everybody. I mean, across the board, every program has, at least a couple of kids who are benefiting from playing high level club, and it just kind of gives a blueprint for the kids who aren't exposed to that to kind of see what it looks like, how they go about their business, and gives you a leader by example who, or a handful of them who just kind of become like coaches. You just kind of let them do their thing. And it comes a lot easier from your teammates than it does from your coaches sometimes. So you've got a pretty blessed situation there. It sounds like. I'm excited to see what you guys can do the rest of the year, but what are kind of the keys to kind of turning the corner? Or, it seems like you kind of turned it, but hitting this straightaway and seeing how far you can take this thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly at the moment it's just keep doing what we're doing. I don't really see point in changing anything right now. If we can just continue to keep working and keep grinding in practice, and I've been talking with them a lot about mentality and kind of a more of a professional way of thinking and going about things, not just necessarily on the field or on the practice field, but even in everyday life and just going about and living your life and having that kind of winning mentality. That has definitely been helping them a lot, and I feel like if we just kind of keep harping on that and keep preaching that, keep pushing that, sooner or later it will definitely cut through if it hasn't already. I'm really, really excited for tomorrow to see kind of where that mentality is at. That'll be definitely the biggest test that we've had so far this season. I know we went up to Columbia for the Viking Cup, had a good first win up there as well, which definitely set the tone. Came up against two incredible teams in Eastside and Oceanside, which are always going to be really, really
Trayer's
tough.
pretty good too. That's a really good Trayer team.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
No, that whole Viking Cup is stacked. There's amazing teams across the board.
Throw them in the frying pan.
just being able to compete in that and just basically show up and get a win in that was great for us. And I think the girls are kind of slowly starting to see like, okay, we are one of the best teams here in South Carolina and 4A, and they struggled last season for sure. I think picked up a couple wins here and there. Unfortunately did miss playoffs, which I believe was like the first time in 20 or 25 years that they didn't make the state playoffs. So I think confidence was low coming off of that season. But they're starting to see, even with these younger girls producing, these freshmen and sophomore producing, they're all starting to see like, okay, we can do this. We are believing, and that's just why I'm so excited for tomorrow night. It should be a really, really good game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and before we let you go, Coach, tell me about what you love from seeing the fans, and it was cool to see the girls give them a salute at the end of the game after that win. Talk about how much that fan support means over there playing some of those matches at home. Yeah,
definitely. No, that's one thing. Very, very first game, we had a scrimmage against Beaufort, probably a month ago now. But right after that game, I told them, very first thing we do after every single game, whether we're home and we have 200 fans here, or we're away and we have one person sitting by themselves in the stand, we will always turn, applaud them, thank them for coming. Because oftentimes it's parents, it's a lot of their parents that comes out, it's a lot of their friends that comes out, and they, obviously everyone wants to see good soccer and see these girls compete, but they show up out of love a lot of times, so being able to thank them, it's awesome. We had a ton of support on Friday at home against Bluffton. So right after that final whistle, the girls obviously, of course, went over, shook hands with the Bluffton girls, and then walking back, all those fans right away were applauding them for that hard work and that effort and that good win. So it was great to see, honestly. But yeah, no, they're incredible. We have a bunch of parents of girls on the team that have been coming out and helping in, running concessions and doing PA and just a bunch of different stuff.
Takes a village.
Yeah, no, it really does. And
that's
they have more than a village here on island.
That's where I got my start when I was in high school. The first sports gig I did was public dress for Hilton Head girls soccer. So,
really?
Yeah. Ernie Swozy days.
Oh,
yes.
Yep. Yeah, back in the day, I've covered some great Hilton Head girls soccer teams, man, and it sounds like you've got another one coming up. Not just this year, but for the next couple of years with that young talent. So, before you go, tell me a little about your background in the game.
So I'm originally from Massachusetts. My family and I moved down here about April of 2021. So not too long ago. But I grew up playing for a club up there in Massachusetts called New England Football Club, NEFC. So played basically through up until high school, actually. Where surprisingly, I actually didn't play in high school or college. I actually switched over and played golf through high school and college, which I feel like now has really, really helped me, especially with the mental side of the game.
Yeah.
Because in golf, it is like 99% mental to get to that really, really high level. You need to have that mental side locked down. And I feel like, switching over to soccer is my one true passion. I can't express enough how much I love the game. I played competitive golf basically since I was like 5 through college. So unfortunately did get a little sick of it. It was, a lot, 8 to 10 hours every single day, just grinding out there on the course. It becomes a lot on you. And in college I was working, I went to Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was working in their equipment room, kind of doing like student assistant, where I was also helping out with like game day operations, doing, PA, running scoreboards, stuff like that, taking film, all of that stuff.
SID, baby.
And I was able to work alongside the boys soccer team up there at Johnson & Wales and got to know their coach and kind of just started on my own. He didn't really know I was doing it, but I was watching their film and kind of just, doing pass maps and heat maps and studying playing opposition and stuff like that. So that's kind of where the love for the game grew even more than it already was.
That's love it.
Yeah, no, up in Mass, they're both sports are in the fall. So unfortunately, I did have to pick one.
Yeah, I feel you. But no, I love that you found your way back to the game, and obviously you've got a passion for coaching at the high school level, and have had some success already, and are on your way to another successful season. So it's been great talking to you, man. We appreciate you, and best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, it was great. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Have a great evening. Kyle
Newcomb, Hilton Head, girls soccer coach. Great talk. I've talked with him a couple times when he was over at Bluffton coaching the guys, and always enjoyed the conversation and loved his bedside manner, so to speak, the way he coaches. So happy to see him land over there and see him having success. Good stuff.
Yeah, we meant to talk to him on Friday after the win against Bluffton. Couldn't get him then, but great to talk with him here tonight and hear his background, hear his story, how he really grew that passion for soccer and just, being a part of this sport. And I'm really impressed what I'm seeing from that team, especially those younger players who have done a brilliant job stepping in and, continuing and what those veterans have done. And, I think they got a chance against, I think the key is you just can't make many mistakes, because that's a team that if you have a couple of bad giveaways or, just poor mistakes in ball control, they're going to find a way to capitalize. And, you're going to need a strong performance from your goalie. If, you can get a couple of big saves from Lawton Kroos, that could be huge. So, just definitely a chance there for the Seahawks to pull the upset. And certainly love to have Tapi in there. Hopefully that she'll be all right, because she means everything and really sets the tone for that Seahawks squad. So, her leadership, it's noticeable when she's on the field. So, definitely hope that she's available to go.
Kind of holds them together, but we're held together by sponsors, including the varsity sponsors of LowcoSports. DDS Web Design builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits to get results. So if you need to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, call on DDS Web Design at ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they've been doing that for years, and now they're on board as a varsity sponsor to help us continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Lowco, like the USC Salk men up in Walterboro. Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. You can go to Reverence Wrestling Club to take your skills on the mat to the next level. And Dr. Ambrose Cole is the official chiropractor of LowcoSports. You can find him over at Rooted Living Wellness if you want to get feeling better, mind, body, and spirit. That's Dr. Ambrose Cole at Rooted Living Wellness. Those are our varsity sponsors. And we have welcomed in Max Arraj, Mad Max Arraj, back from the grind at Publix, joining us to talk a little bit of baseball tonight. And we had some good ones on tap, and Max has to eat a little crow tonight because his alma mater went down tonight. The Dolphins
still
on top. 6-run third inning. Steelberg went deep in the first inning, 2-run shot, and it looked, I thought, oh boy, here we go. But JP Perkey really settled in. He gave up 5 over the first 3 innings, and they were down 5-0, I guess, and then they scored 6 in the third. I guess they were down 3-0. They scored 6 in the third. Had Christian came back with 2, but then Perkey shut him down for the next 3 innings, and then Jackson Stanyard shut him out in the 7th. Prep did just enough on offense. That big inning just kind of snowballed on him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they just played the better game tonight, if I'm being honest. I mean, Christian got out early, but Prep just had the better game plan in tonight's game. I mean, Christian Academy used 5 pitchers tonight. 5. And that kind of just shows, like, no matter who was on the mound, Prep was finding ways to score runs. So, disappointing if you're an Eagles fan like myself. We were having high hopes going into this game. You had won 5 in a row. You were looking good. You had beaten Hillnet Prep. You beat Buford High School twice. You were thinking we have a real good shot against Prep. Prep's a good team, but we could be better talent-wise. I think we're better. And just Prep came in with a better game plan. They did the same thing against JP2.
They threw strikes.
They did.
That's the main thing. They threw strikes.
Yeah, I mean,
2 walks for Prep and 8 walks and 4 hit by pitches for Christian. That's just too many free bases against.
I don't know if they were pitching their
knows
best.
How to move guys around.
Yeah, I don't know if they threw their best group. They threw.
Zane got into trouble in the.
He did. He really did.
Big inning. He hit 3 guys and he walked 2. He just kind of lost his command, and that kind of messed things up for Christian because they used 4 pitchers, but so they're going to be, they're thinned out a little bit. They got enough arms; they should be okay for Wednesday. But Prep, they threw strikes. They were patient at the plate. They drew walks, got guys on base, and they know how to move them over and get them in. And Brady Hauscher too. Hauscher was huge in the 7-hole, 3 for 4 RBI, 2 runs. They just worked really good at bats. Jackson Stanyard walked 3 times. Sammy Middleton walked twice. And they play great defense, man. They're slick on D. They don't make mistakes.
Yeah, they just looked like the better team tonight. I mean, I have a feeling there'll be a much better game for Christian going into Wednesday against Prep because now they've seen how Prep plays. And so you look, you probably expect them to either start, James Crosby or, potentially maybe have Cody Bratt start the game.
I think Bratt's most likely. I think they're kind of using him as a closer. I think Crosby
that's my guess. So I think Crosby will start, and that would be big because he's been playing real well as of late.
Yeah, he's been
on
very
the mound.
good.
So I mean, they got the pitchers. Once they kind of gotten down, Mickelson came in for Christian Academy. He didn't pitch very long. He didn't. You got Nelson, you got Hall.
He couldn't locate the zone very well tonight.
Yeah. So I mean, at that point, that Prep started just scoring runs, and then again, they had a better game tonight. They just did, and it's disappointing for me. I had such high hopes going into this game, thinking, Christian Academy, they have a real good shot at beating Prep tonight, and they just didn't get the job done. But I will be out at the game on Wednesday, and I look forward to having. It was a good game, and I look forward to having another good game going into Wednesday. Hopefully, Christian can come back and take game 2 of that 2-game.
I presume Stanyard will pitch for Prep because he closed it tonight, but he only needed 15 pitches, so he should be good to go on Wednesday.
For Christian,
and he was
1 or 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big game. You got to, The afternoon delight, 4 p.m.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Look towards the next game. Yeah, you lost tonight, but you got to look to the next game. Got to look ahead. don't look behind, look ahead. So I mean,
can't change what you already did. You tell that to your guys all the time. You can't change your previous at bats. You gotta look ahead the next one.
Let the pass be the pass.
Yeah,
but Wes, you were out at the nest or out at the
tank, the shark tank. Yeah,
the shark tank, and Willie Korn was dealing again.
Yeah, man, he had a good night.
he had a good night. How about the 10 strikeouts for Korn? He was in command from the start.
He was
one earned run. They only scored one run in that game, and it was the pitching performance of Korn, and then Joseph Schroeder. The deep center field, a 2-run shot, and that really sparked things offensively. There was 0-0 game up until that point in the 4th inning when he hit that 2-run bomb. And really consistent offense. And Slater Alsobrooke pitched a pretty good game. He was pitching to contact. He was able to get some quick outs, but May River was solid at the plate. And it wasn't just one guy. All but one of the starting 9. So they only had 8 hits in the game, but 8 to 9 batters had one. So it was spread out throughout the entire lineup. So everybody was hitting, which is really cool to see and great depth to have if you're the River Sharks, seeing everybody, almost everybody in the lineup get a base knock. And so just fantastic hitting across the lineup from the Shark squad, led by Shorter with that monstrous 2-run homer, but just great situational hitting, finding the holes and hitting the ball hard, making them, putting them in play, and a couple of nice bunt hits as well. So just great approach to the plate tonight for May River to scrap across a couple of runs. I mean, it was a tight one until that 6th inning. It was 3-1, 3-1, and then Sharks able to get 4 in the 6th to really blow it open. But just a really well played game by May River, both with Willie Korn at the centerpiece pitching, and then just a really consistent offense performance from that lineup. Everybody.
How about Willie? Back-to-back CGs.
Yeah.
17 strikeouts, 6 walks, 2 earned runs, 6 hits in 14 innings. Yeah. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that is solid.
Willie's looking good.
Yeah, so far.
I was told that Presbyterian was there checking out Willie tonight, which is cool. JoJo headed to Erskine, Mankowski going to Truett McConnell. Brasington is committed to Charleston Southern. He's not signed yet. He's too young, but there's a lot of talent on that roster. It's a fun little squad. And I love the way they battle at the plate. Just really tough, team first at bats, do a job. And they're a quality squad. They're not flawless by any means, but they got several arms. And if Willie keeps throwing CGs in game 1, man, that sets them up real good in game 2. Because then Pringle, Brasington, Hollywood, they still got Max. They got a bunch of guys after that. So they're rolling right now. I'm excited to see them against James Allen.
I'm a Hilton fan, but I just really like the Sharks in game 2. I mean, you see a lot of splits, but I think the sweep's coming. Just with all the guys they still have at their disposal on the mound, and just how confident they're at the plate. I think we should get on Wednesday. As much as
I'm really excited for that James Island matchup with May River. I think that's going to be so much fun to watch. It's going to be so much fun to watch. Those two teams
could be. They could theoretically be. Well. Yeah, they could be like tied going into it, or
because the last weekend
it all comes down to that.
Could be for the region championship.
That'll be fun. Other baseball tonight: Silver Bluff beat Hampton 10-3. James Island beat Bluffton 5-3. Bluffton was up 2-0 early, couldn't hang on. Lucy Beckham beat Colleton 10-2. Holy Trinity beat Battery Creek 10-6. That's a big win for them. Wow. Just statement, And JP2 held off Memorial Day 9-7. And then on the softball side, Colleton beat Woodland 8-1. Lanesia Sanders struck out 10 in a CG, 3 hits, 1 unearned. Bailey Cox 3 for 4, scored 4 times. And May River beat JP2 11-1. Anna Caraballo did not pitch. Olivia Nagel did. She went the distance, 7 strikeouts, 7 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk. But Anna was 4 for 4 and submitted a highlight reel. Gotta love it.
Nice.
Smash through the left side. She's dead pull hitter. She likes to go get around it. Another one smashed through the left side. Shortstop knocked that one down, but didn't have time. And then
JP2.
This one, I thought this one was leaving the yard. Didn't quite get that one out of the yard, but that was a moonshot.
Love to see the student athletes submitting their highlight tapes.
Yeah. Had it in right after the game, too. Love it.
Yeah.
Good hacks.
There we go. Nice rope through the left side. She's on an absolute heater at the plate. I'm going to look up her stats, but I think she's like 11 for 12 or something crazy like that.
We've said it. That May River softball team is legit, man. They are legit. They look real strong. I mean, look, JP2 is not a terrible team either. They're a pretty solid squad as well. So
yeah, Tevye Mullen threw a no-hitter last time out. I mean, it was against somebody weak, but she threw a no-hitter last time out, and then they banged her up.
Yeah, I mean, they're a solid squad too. So to win 11-1 against JP2, that just shows how good May River is this year. Just from the last two games we've seen May River play, I mean, we have to think that they're contenders for a region and lower state title as well.
Sorry, she's 10 for 12. Anna's 10 for 12.
Jeez.
She was out at Oscar Frazier hitting and pitching while we were out there for waves practice on Sunday. So she's always out there getting the work.
Keep it going, man. Keep grinding. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that team a lot. I mean, everybody's hitting. Michaela Landry was 2 for 4, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Olivia Williams 2 for 4. Anna 4 for 4, a double and an RBI. Charlotte Berkeley 3 for 4, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Nagel 3 for 4, a double and an RBI. I mean, they smash the ball. They do not take deep hacks either. They're fun to watch. You got to go check them out. They're definitely
for sure
swinging for the fences over there. But elsewhere, boys tennis, Hilton Head 6-0 over Hilton Head Christian Academy. Boys lacrosse, Hilton Head 12-3 over Calvary Day. A couple soccer results: May River 2-1 over Richmond Hill on the boys' side. Mesa gets a dub, and Buford Academy beats Palmetto Christian 4-1 on the boys' side. You missed it, Max. Our talk with Coach Crowder from USC Salk. That was good times. Had him up top. But you guys filled out your brackets yet? How far you got Pringle in the tie?
I haven't gotten the chance to do it yet, but I'm excited to do it. I'll probably be doing it tomorrow morning. Fill out my brackets. I'll probably be filling out like 5 brackets or something like that, like I usually do. Pringle's
back in the good graces. He had suspended for a couple of games, but he is back in the good graces. He's starting, contributing. Nate Oates had really nice things to say about him this week about going through some growing pains, but getting refocused and recognizing, that he had kind of gone astray and getting back on the team first path. And great to see, because he's obviously a tremendous player, and I'm excited to see him, get some highlight footage on the March Madness again.
Just really cool to see one of our own, compete on the national stage. I mean, there's really nothing bigger than March Madness in terms to
it's a win-win too. Either Pringle wins or Charleston wins.
So it's a win-win situation. How about all the South Carolina teams that are in?
You got USC, you got Clemson in there. You got USC and Clemson. They're both coming in as 6 seeds going into this tournament. Carolina's playing Oregon to start out their tournament, and then Clemson's playing New Mexico State. So I mean,
New Mexico. Those are both tough draws.
Yeah, those are.
I got New Mexico for sure. Patino's boy against Clemson in March. I'll take New Mexico.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What do you think about your Flyers getting the 7th seed?
Yeah, they got the 7th seed. I was hoping they get higher, but losing that in that first round to Duquesne, that kind of like bummed it out for them. But yeah, dude, it's funny because Coach Grant for Dayton, it's his first time taking the team to the tournament. Because if you remember, the last time he was probably going to be taking the team to the tournament, they probably would have ended up as a 1 seed. If you remember back in the 2019-2020
with
season, with Obi Toppin, Jalen Crutcher, those guys. I remember watching them. I was like, they might be the favorites to win this tournament. And then everything. That was unfortunate. It was unfortunate, but Coach Grant gets his first team to the tournament, and he's a fantastic coach. So who's Dayton starting off with? I think it's Nevada. But
Nevada, it's mid crime.
Yeah, I like Dayton going into this tournament. They're a good, solid squad. Yeah, they lost in the first round to Duquesne, but I think everything got turned upside down in that A-10 tournament because not only did they lose in the first round, but the other top 3 seeds lost in the first round as well.
Speaking of which, congratulations to Keith Dambrot and the Dukes. What a run they had in the NCAA tournament, taking the title.
Yeah, for sure.
The Dukes.
The former coach of LeBron James. Yeah,
there are 2 Dukes in this thing, right? Well, JMU is not the Dukes, but they're not the Dukes, but their mascot's Duke. Is that right?
Okay.
James Madison, are they the Dukes or are their mascot Duke?
I believe they are. Hold on.
I think they are the Dukes, and there's Duke. There's a lot of Dukes.
There's always a lot of Tigers, and always a wild.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I got.
Mascot is the Duke dog. I assume they're called the Dukes. I don't know what they're
Dukes.
called.
So we got the Duquesne Dukes and the James Dukes.
Yeah, double Dukes plus Duke.
Yeah, man.
Or the baby rats, as our friend Kirkpatrick calls them. That's what he calls Duke.
Dude, it's gonna be a fun tournament. It's always been. I'm excited for it.
We got to get. I need to. I've been meaning to do it all day. I'm going to set up a Lowco bracket pool. We're going to get a Lowco bracket pool.
Yeah.
We can bring on the leaders, after each round and let them have their moment of shine. But
by the way, let's it would be cool if we could get some representation from just our Lowco friends and
absolutely, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, some student athletes.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm excited, man. Madness is here. Hey, dude, shout out to Salk, man. Shout out to USC Salk, man.
Speaking of which, we got some madness right in our midst. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, awesome. Are they playing? I assume they're playing. They're playing the host team, aren't they? Because they
play Hutch. They play Hutch
20.
They're number 22, and they play number 11 first. It's winnable.
Yeah, so
it's winnable. But here's some other news. Poona to the Chargers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we actually announced that.
Seahawk, baby.
Yeah. That's interesting, playing for Jim Harbaugh, and that's gonna be another team coming into the year. Really cool situation for Poona. I don't think the stint with the Bills went the way he wanted to. He just didn't really get much time with the way that the depth of that Buffalo defense was, and so now really a change of scenery, new opportunity can be really good for him. So I'm excited.
I remember.
I think he just kind of got on the outside and then just couldn't get back in. They had a lot of coaching turnover during the season and stuff too, but I guess that was the offensive coordinator.
That dude is such a dog. That dude is a dog, man. I'm excited to see him play in LA. I know you're a Chiefs fan, Justin, but I'm excited to see him play for the Chargers.
Yeah. I'm not going to be thrilled when he stands up Pacheco in the hole or something, but
hey, that's okay. At least I don't have to worry about it.
Or when he smashes my quarterback. I don't need him smashing my quarterback. 5'11", 310.
Does the South play the AFC West this year?
I have no idea. I'm looking that up. Real quick.
I think we might be paired with the AFC West. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But that would be.
I am looking it up.
That would be good because then we'd at least get Poona on TV a couple times.
Yep.
When he plays
Carolina and Atlanta.
We get the garbage. I know you guys are fans of them, but we get the worst regional broadcasts here. Just atrocious.
I'm pretty sure we're matched up with
Carolina, Atlanta, and Jacksonville.
Yeah, we are.
The worst trio.
Yeah, the NFC South is paired up with the AFC West this year, so we will see.
Oh no!
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is coming for you both. But
don't worry, dude. We're gonna. You know what? For the first time in 6 years, I can finally say we can handle some of the best teams, man. We got a squad this year, man. We got a squad. I'm ready to go.
If only you had gotten one of those quarterbacks that went to Pittsburgh.
How did we not? I still don't understand how Justin Fields got traded to the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think the Bears waited a bit too long to trade off Justin.
Maybe they're going to flip him because they got him for a 6. And he's worth more than 6.
I saw it the other day. Adam Schefter from ESPN said the other day that he's not even going to be competing for that top spot. So I have a feeling they're going to either cut him or release him, do something.
They're not going to release him. They're not going to release him. They might just trade him for a 4.
I would
You
assume
swap
so,
the 6, get a 4-back.
I mean, you would assume so because Justin Fields is starter
Well,
material.
he could
You're not going
also
to have
be
him sitting on the bench.
I mean, you can
he could
platoon
also
him as
just
well.
be
I mean,
Russell Wilson.
you have
He could just be
traditional
Russell
passing
Wilson insurance if Russell Wilson continues to suck.
Yeah, well, I mean, Russell Wilson's only there for one season, so I mean,
that's the thing
as of right
too.
now,
Is like if you just let him sit a year behind Wilson,
in there,
be insurance.
guy who's won a Super Bowl and he's has
Yeah.
a lot of leadership capabilities of being that guy.
He didn't get to sit a year in Chicago and learn. He just had to go play in an offense that wasn't suited for him.
I mean, the problem is it's not just that. It's also the fact is, do you have weapons to throw to around you? And right now, if you look at Pittsburgh's roster, maybe they have some weapons to throw to, but not a lot. So you're looking at this and you're like, so what are they going to do in the draft?
Yeah, but on the other hand, you got Denver paying Russell's salary, and you got Justin Fields for a 6.
I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's a great deal.
It is a great deal because the Steelers are only paying Wilson like $1.2 million this year.
Imagine the backup quarterback you would have drafted in the 6th round. Like they would have been trash. Like you got like an NFL starter for a 6. I don't know what the Bears are thinking, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, how did you? You should have been able to get at least the 3rd round pick from Justin Fields, if not more so.
I don't know how he got it. I do know how he got on this because I made a crack about the Falcons not signing either one of those quarterbacks. But I was about to say I didn't know how he got on this, but I got us on this directly.
Hey, we're gonna be flying. We're flying, baby. We're flying this season.
But it's Wes's bedtime, so let's shout out sponsors and then do our shout outs. Loco Booster Club, Court Lifestyle Pros, Daniel and Debbie Court are with Charter One Realty, and they want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Court Lifestyle Pros, Revive Rehab, Women's Health and Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy. Go see Dr. Allie and Dr. Jen for all your postpartum needs. Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel as well as custom gift baskets, and you can go to their showroom on Argent Boulevard to see what all they can do for you at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not, although I did see they're going to be closed for a few days soon, so go ahead and get booked. If you're going to need a haircut over at Jay's Barbershop in downtown Ridgeland. Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Chris Odom will get your floors so clean your feet will thank you. That's the Loco Booster Club. We shout them out. And gentlemen, who are you shouting out tonight?
Okay, go with my man Willie Korn. Will Korn, 10 Ks, and also doing it at the dish. 1 for 4 with the ribby and in complete control. He was making batters miss. I mean, like clockwork. It was incredible, just the way he, used the mobility of his pitching mechanics, and you saw that movement and just consistently hitting the zone. And when he got to 2 strikes, his out pitches were working all night long, and it was fun to watch him continue to just be really confident out there and deliver some big time Ks and shut down a strong Seahawk lineup. So, I mean, just 3 hits, only 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, and just that 1 earned run. I mean, dominance once again, back-to-back complete games. If I heard you correctly there for Willie Korn.
That's correct.
He had a cheering section behind him as well. Every time he came up to bat, there was I think his walk-up song was "No Sleep Till Brooklyn" by the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
No sleep till Will Korn every time he came up to the plate.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
that's a great walk up.
Yes.
You got my heart if you're using the Beasties. Maxie, who are you shouting out, buddy?
Give me Caraballo for May River softball tonight. 4 at bats, 4 hits, an RBI. She had a great night, and you could really just say the entire May River softball team would be a shout out. And then I would give my other shout out, and I hate doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Helmet Prep. Baseball team tonight. Shout them out. They played a real good game tonight. They shut down what is a really talented offensively and defensively Hilton Head Christian team. And they came in with a good game plan and just pitched and played a better game today. So shout out to Prep and shout out to Carabello and May River softball.
Respect. Love it. I'm going to give my shout out to May River boys soccer, the man of the match, Michael Fleek. 2 assists tonight. He set up both goals. The first one for Carter Lawson, in the 30th minute. It was 1-1 at half. Jacob Medeiros with the second one in the 75th. Fleek with both assists. You'll recall his older brother Joel was pretty good at handing out assists and scoring goals.
And he scored scored two in a matter of minutes to send them to the championship.
That's right. Against Bishop England, right?
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah, that was magical. I think Carlo documented that one on video. But yeah, Michael Fleek, giving him a shout out. And yeah, I'll second you on Hilton Head Prep. I mean, that's a team that every year for the last few years, it's like, oh yeah, well this year Hilton Head Christian is going to be better, and they might be on paper, but man, Hilton Head Prep plays exceptional team baseball and does the little things really well and consistently. It's the mark of Chris Wells' teams. He's a damn good coach, man.
If I'm being honest, that might be the downfall for Christian Academy. If they can't find a way to play better team ball against Prep, they're going to lose against Prep on Wednesday. I hate saying that, but it's the truth because Prep just plays exceptionally good team baseball. That's what gives them wins against a talented team like Hilton Head Christian, and that's what's that's what's gotten them over the edge of Christian for the last 2-3 seasons. Is they play the better ball as a team. So the Christian Academy's got to find a way to get this done on Wednesday, or else
individuals
Prep's gonna beat them.
Individuals can't do it in baseball. It takes everybody. It really does. Where are you guys going tomorrow? You getting into anything tomorrow?
I will be headed to the nest. See that Hilton Head, aforementioned Hilton Head Lucy Beck and girls soccer match, which I think should be a really good one.
Coach Nuke.
Yeah,
that should be good. What do you working tomorrow, Max?
I am working tomorrow, but I'm trying to see which game I was going to be paying attention to tomorrow.
Fortunately, I will not be able to make it, but USCB baseball in action against USC Pembroke or UNC Pembroke.
Yeah,
is that tomorrow?
UNC Pembroke against USCB at 3. We've also got let's see, we got all kinds of stuff going on, of course. JP2 at Patrick Henry softball. We got baseball slate's kind of weak. Soccer slate is where it's at tomorrow night, of course. We got all kinds of stuff on tap there. James Island at Bluffton boys is interesting. Connor Worrell is planning to be at that one, so we'll plan to hear from him tomorrow night. That'll be fun. As you mentioned, Lucy Beckham, Hilton Head. I'll be coaching the Electric Eels tomorrow night, so I'll be tied up. I already got the lineup all made out. I'm fired up, ready for this game.
I think I'll be the one game I'm probably going to pay attention to is softball, JP2 versus Patrick Henry tomorrow. I want to see how that one goes for JP2, see what they can do after a loss against May River tonight. So I'm going to look forward to that one. And then you got USCB baseball.
JP2 BA soccer is really interesting too, especially the girls. JP2 and BA girls.
Buford Academy, that's going to be good. Ooh, that's really good, actually. Yeah, looking at that one too. And then you got, of course, you got USCB baseball against a real good Pembroke team. I want to see USCB baseball get back on the right track. They've had a rough going since that series win against Georgia Southwestern. They need a win, and they need it now.
You're right. Pembroke is real good. 20-6.
It could be probably another Johnny Holstaff.
I believe Pembroke is nationally ranked. I could be wrong, but I believe they are
probably
nationally ranked.
20-6. I'd say they probably are.
So I don't. This could or could not be a tough one for USCB baseball. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But they need a win, and they need it quick.
They got to score some runs.
They just have not found ways to score runs since that Georgia Southwestern series a couple weekends back. So they need to figure out a way to get some wins. But look forward to that game tomorrow, and then.
We got the weekend series against
men's golf. USCB men's golf starts off tomorrow as well.
I think they started today.
Oh, did they start today?
I think
they did start today. I'm sorry,
but I didn't.
I'll take a look and see how they did in the first round today. But they continue tomorrow momentarily.
Well. Oh yeah, I thought I was going to tell you, but then the story was a 404. Yeah, so that didn't happen on the Lenore Ryan website. Here we go. We'll try somebody else's website. See if we can get the results here. We're not in the top 5. I know that.
I think it's a tough tournament, to be honest. So I was looking at some
of
the games there.
We're tied for 8th. Tied for 8th after day 1.
Good.
Shot 593. 593. That's only 8 shots out of 5th, 13 shots out of 4th, 14 shots out of 3rd.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Shots. Yeah, it's
that's
not
pretty
bad.
Good. I'll take that. I'll take the 8th.
593. They're 20.
They still got a whole round
shots out of 2nd. Yeah, Grand Valley State's looking good at the top. Aaron Williams with solid day, 73, 71.
It's gonna be a cold one on the course or around here. Worcester Reef is going to be a chilly one out there on the links.
I imagine it's pretty chilly up in Monroe, North Carolina as well.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
All right, boys. Well, should be a good day tomorrow, and we'll get together around this time tomorrow night to talk it over and see who else we can round up to talk about it with us. But thanks to Coach Crowder again from USC Salk. He's always great to talk with. Hopefully they can keep it rolling, and we can talk to him a few more times while they're out in Kansas. Thanks so much to Kyle Newcomb for coming on. Great to see him having success over at Hilton Head High. And best of luck to the Seahawks tomorrow night. Thanks to Anna Caraballo for sending in the highlights tonight. More people got to get on with that. We got the link right there in the Twitter and the Facebook and the pinned post. So drop them in there, and we might show them on the show. We're always looking for video. And thanks to a record number of viewers who showed up to listen and watch live tonight. It's catching on, baby. But we'll see you tomorrow night. For Max Arraj and Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
The Loco Sports Lowdown podcast is a production of Loco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Loco.